After 43 years of parish ministry, when I retired, my wife Jerry and I realized we needed to find a church home. We actually had to sign a piece of paper that we would not stay at the church where I served. And so we began the journey, and we visited over 20 churches. Some were just to see what was happening, like how in the world in Maumee do you turn a movie theater into a church? Or what in the world is the buzz about the church just across the state line on Route 23 in the middle of a cornfield that people flock to? Or what it was like to worship at Good Shepherd Church of the Deaf here in Toledo, where I serve on their intersynodical board. But then we began looking at churches, perhaps the main one being that after 17 years of my churches asking me to do contemporary worship, that's what we were looking for. And the last one we visited was Hope Lutheran Church. And we decided that this was a place we wanted to explore more fully. And as we did, we discovered this was the place we wanted to be. And so while not in order, I would like to take the core values we speak every Sunday and share with you why we chose to be here. And the first is worship the risen Lord. There is no group that engages the congregation in song better than that group of people sitting right there. They are not here to entertain like many praise bands. In fact, I've been pointed at by Gail when I was caught not singing. They draw you to sing, and they sing and to sing well. And what's really cool is they welcome young people like Aubrey and Owen to be part of the group, to enhance and grow in their faith and sharing their talents. And in the same way, we know that Ron and Gail and the choir provide the same leadership and encouragement to involve the congregation at the 11 o'clock service. And the people of this church make sure that the funds are there to encourage this excellence. Show hospitality. We are made to feel welcome. We were made to feel welcome the first time we walked into this church, and don't assume that that's the case. In so many of the churches we worshiped at, nobody said one word to us. But it goes beyond welcoming people in church. It's the hosting of one of the largest AA meetings in the city, exploring and probably coming to reality an after-school program for area students, welcoming a community to Vacation Bible School, and putting on a night in Bethlehem. And the people of this church make sure that the funds are there to encourage this excellence. Live out servant love. Perhaps the key reason beyond worship that we chose to be here is the servant love that this church shows beyond the four walls. I think one of the most incredible things in this church is having service projects every day at Vacation Bible School for every kid who's there. Incredible offerings on the Sundays of Advent. The commitment to rebuild a house for Salem Lutheran Church, the backpack ministry for Old Orchard School that has an incredible impact on the lives of the students we're helping. When the property next door was sold, it was made sure that the church would give a fair share of those funds outside the church to those who were could be shared the funds with. And the people of this church made sure that the funds were there to encourage this excellence, and then extend generosity. None of this happens without a powerful staff. And this church has put together an incredibly strong group of people, from the custodian to the office staff to the new youth director to Christ-centered pastors who every Sunday give us a powerful message and then share that during the week. And then they identify volunteers to complement and enhance the ministry. And this people of this church make sure the funds are there to encourage this excellence. And so when it comes to stewardship emphasis this year, we need to talk about money and service. And yes, these are trying times, and that can be challenging. But this place is something special. Do not think that everyone is doing this kind of ministry. And it must continue, because we need to be a beacon for many, many people inside these walls and outside too. So whether you're giving your offering electronically or write a check, I encourage you to start every month with that beginning. Jerry and I still write checks, although we are considering going to electronic. And what we do when we sit down on the first of the month is write the checks to this church before we pay one other bill. And we have always been blessed to be comfortable in our life because we give first fruits to the Lord. This is a special place, and I think you all know that. Now it's up to us to be sure that we not only keep it special, but even make it more special as we live our core values in time, talent, and yes, a fair share of our treasure. Because the people of this church must be sure that the funds are there to encourage this excellence inside these four walls and out there. Thanks.